This is for Econ 300, University of Louisiana Lafayette. This is for Chapter 6. We are discussing perfect competition and the markets. I'd like for you to read the chapter, please, so that you can at least understand the differences between the markets. But what I want to do is take some time to show you these diagrams so that you can understand how perfect competition works. What I have drawn here are basically two markets. This is your total market for anything that happens to be in perfect competition. For example, if we look at farming or agriculture, we find that that is a market that's fairly perfectly competitive. So what we have is a total market for something like corn. So this would be the total demand and the total supply for the worldwide supply and demand for corn, and this would be the price, the going price for corn, and this would be the quantity of corn that would be sold in the global market. The individual producer, however, has a different demand curve. His is perfectly horizontal, and what it's showing you is that he's a price taker. He has no choice whatsoever when it comes to selecting his price because he can't. It's him against the world. So whatever the market price turns out to be, that is going to be the price that he can get for his corn, and he can take it or leave it. He doesn't have to sell at that price. He can sell at that price. He can sell whatever quantity he wants at that price. But it doesn't help him to try to go out there and set a price for his corn because he can't do it. So in perfect competition, we say that these individual producers are price takers. They are at the mercy of the market. Now, having said that, how does the producer know how much to sell at a given price? So what I'm going to take you through is how this is accomplished when the producer is faced with the question, how much should I produce? How much should I sell? What price should I try to get, or at least wait for, in order to make a profit? So we're going to start off by just looking at the individual producer and drawing his situation. Here's the price that he would receive for possible prices for his product, like corn. And this would be the quantity of corn that he could possibly sell. Now, we're going to put a horizontal line there that's going to indicate that's his price. So we'll just come up with a price and say $5. So if the price is $5, then this not only represents his price line, but it also represents his demand curve. So we say that the price equals the demand, and we also say this represents marginal revenue. What is marginal revenue? It's the additional revenue that he gets from selling one more bushel of corn. So the great thing about perfect competition is that no matter what your price is, that's what your marginal revenue will be. So if the price is $5, the marginal revenue will be $5. This also represents the demand curve. Now, we bring in our cost curves, which we covered in the last chapter that we were discussing, and I'm going to bring in some different colors so that you can see it. And what I'll bring in will be the average total cost curve. That's all I'll look at the moment. So the average total cost curve looks a little weak in this picture, but I'll try to make it a little darker. Maybe I should go with a different color. Let me go with red. Maybe that will look a lot better. Looks like it turned out to be pink. So this is your average total cost curve, which you're familiar with seeing. Then we're going to bring the marginal cost into the picture. And remember, the marginal cost intersects the minimum point of the average total cost curve. Now, I told you that before, and I said it didn't make any difference, but today it makes a difference. Where the marginal cost intersects the horizontal line that you see here is rather significant. This producer is given a price, and he says, okay, I'm going to take this price, but I don't know how much to sell in order to make a profit. So there's something that I call the three-step process that will lead him to the answer. The first thing, find out where marginal cost equals marginal revenue. So you can follow the marginal cost curve until it intersects the horizontal line, or you can follow the horizontal line until you see the marginal cost curve. Wherever they intersect, this is going to be where we need to focus. And at this particular quantity, and I'll just make up a quantity and say 1,000. At this particular quantity, this is where we're concerned. Everything after that doesn't matter on either side. We're only concerned about what comes in contact with the dotted line. So the first thing we have determined is what is the optimum level of output. And that is going to be number 1, where marginal cost equals marginal revenue. The second step is to take the price, which we know is $5, and subtract from it the average total cost. Well, here's the average total cost coming in contact with this line. So I'm just going to make this up. I'm going to say that the average total cost at a production of 1,000 is going to be $3. So the price of $5 minus the average total cost of $3 will give you $2. That's going to be your profit per unit. In this case, we're talking about corn, so we're talking about bushels. So 5 minus 3 is 2, so he's going to make a $2 profit per bushel. The third step, we take that profit per bushel and we multiply it times the quantity. So 2 times 1,000 would give this farmer a $2,000 profit. And there you go. That's all you need to know for that. That is showing you how the producer makes his decision on how much to sell if he elects to sell at this price. I'll tell you more in the next video.